the Q&A is open to anyone who wants to take it.
Let me jump in with a quote from our late Nobel laureate, Toni Morrison. She was, I believe that the context for this was that she was on a TV program in England, in Britain, and the interviewer, I think, asked her something along the lines of, that we don't hear Black Americans constantly complaining about their situation and talking about their history. Is it that they don't consider all these horrible things that happened to them to be important? And her answer was, well, she kind of prefaced it, well, let me answer your question with a question. How can you think about these things and go to work in the morning? But here's her quote, and this is a good one. She says, "There's so much to remember and to describe for purposes of exorcism and for purposes of celebratory rites of passage. Things must be made, some fixing ceremony, some memorial, something, some altar somewhere where those things can be released, thought, and felt. But the consequences of slavery, only artists can deal with. There are certain things that only artists can deal with, and it's our job, exclamation point." So I just throw that out as part of an answer to that.
Did anyone else want to hop in?
I think about the work of Carrie James Marshall and about Derek Adams, and just depicting joy is an act of political resistance as well. The fact that we exist and that we have imagination is an act of radical freedom. So I think that art by Black artists, by Indigenous artists, by artists of color is inherently political.
Hello. I feel this. I feel the same way. Where, being a Black artist, maybe not concentrating on making particularly Black artists, because I feel the work that I make is Black art because I'm a Black artist. It doesn't really have to say that, but instead of, maybe concentrating on making a statement piece rather than, bringing beauty and joy to the situation versus just focusing only on, I guess, the chaotic side, because, amongst all the chaos, you have to be able to see the beauty somewhere. And then being able to do that maybe releases some of that chaos where people might not know how to channel it. So therefore, I don't know, it's like, after the fire, you can plant flowers or just do something else versus focusing on the fire, but rebuilding by making something more beautiful than it was before. And I think that's really my perspective on why I do what I do, maybe throughout the city, is just concentrating on the beautiful part of our culture, or just bringing beauty instead of, painting a scene where brutality or, it's already there. So I don't think it needs to be added more into the art to remind us that we are oppressed or violence is taking place.